Ah, Kaneko time. You couldn't have come at a better time. Do you have a moment to talk? My thanks. You see, a foreign merchant approached the boutique with a proposal not long ago. Hancock, of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Perhaps you've heard of him. Ah, so you have a history. No wonder Mistress Tataru declared him unscrupulous and deserving of infinite caution. Though there is risk in dealing with a man of such flexible principles, his knowledge of the Hingan markets would do much to bolster our efforts to make inroads in the Far East. That is why, despite her misgivings, Mistress Tataru seeks to negotiate a partnership. But for some reason or another, he has requested you be present at their meeting in Kugane. I realize business negotiations are not your forte, but we would be most grateful if you'd indulge his request. Of course, there is also the matter of our secret mission. Once it has been fully restored, this gorgeous sapphire will serve as the centerpiece of Mistress Tataru's necklace. I hope that one day she may look upon it as a memento of not only her mother, but of her many dear friends and allies. Perhaps during your visit to Kugane, fortune shall favor us with the discovery of an additional treasure to grace her keepsake. In any case, I believe that covers everything. Mistress Tataru shall meet you at the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane. I wish you a safe journey.
Kaneko team, I'm so glad you could make it.
I am equally thrilled by your arrival, though I expect I must apologize for the sudden invitation.
Yes, you should. But more importantly, I'd like to know what the scheme is and how you intend to involve us.
Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. While I would love nothing more than lay bare all my dirty little secrets, 'twould be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Loath though I am to admit it, the draper shop but recently launched by the company has not been well received by the locals. Our intention was to promote the sale of imported apparel woven by the Aldar and Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western fashion holds little appeal for the citizens of Kugone. So we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hingan couture, but with world-renowned Aldar silks. Kimono, as they are the favored choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan, until our semester fell ill. It was as I faced the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique, and the assorted Far Eastern-styled equipment they had on offer.
You are referring to our samurai and ninja-inspired sets of armor, yes?
Indeed. By putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Holdena Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suited to the needs of our local patrons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Higashi and East Utard. What better way to make your Kugone debut than to have us showcase your quality wares?
It's not without its appeal, I admit. The perfect venue to gauge interest in our goods.
Isn't it just? If I may take your grudging concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership.
Oh, we'll be discussing it at length. But I've yet to see how any of this would require Kaneko Teen's involvement.
Indeed, I was just about to get to that part. Not long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Kaneko Time again. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion. And of course, one can never collect too many favors. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to question the motives behind any invitation from the East Holdena Trading Company, and with good cause, I concede. So I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. I hope you will forgive the deception. Rest assured that you shall be rewarded for your aid in this matter with your choice of recompense. Just before your arrival, I took the liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you would soon be making landfall on these shores. They ask that you meet them at Seikazuki in the Ruby Sea, as soon as you are able. I believe it is a matter of some urgency, so if you could travel there forthwith. Excellent. I leave them in your capable hands.
Don't worry, I'm no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do, and return when you can.
Apologies, Kaneko Time. I pray you have not been waiting long. You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? But never mind that. I am simply glad that you are here. How have I been? Well, my training as the next gen view continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, each day has been more trying than the last. Why, just the other day, the Auspicious placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me, and instructed me to divine which single ball out of the entire batch was not filled with that dreadful spice. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claimed, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end I was reduced to a dithering sea turtle, swimming in a puddle of my own tears. That is all to say, I am only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords.
Bah, get to the point already, Sorrow-ban.
Gah. I was just about to arrive at it. Ahem. Come, my friends. Show yourselves.
It has been some time, Kaneko time.
I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal.
Your concern is unwarranted. This is the woman who quelled our Aramitamar and inherited Tenzen's legacy. There is no trial she cannot overcome.
You misunderstand me, my brother. That, or you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Kaneko Teen's capabilities.
Enough. We indebted ourselves to the merchant to obtain this meeting. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense, and get to the heart of the matter.
Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's craving for dango often brings her to Kugome. It was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Kogandori. A man who not only wore ailments identical to Tenzen's, but who also claimed to be his long-lost descendant.
This descendant was selling good luck charms utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain: he uses Tenzen's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish.
Any who would dare sully Tenzen's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash.
Too merciful a punishment, I say. I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable.
By the kami, is it possible they have both succumbed to the Aramitamar once more?
Ahem. The charlatan boasts of more than an esteemed heritage. He also claims to have the four lords at his beck and call. Insulting, yes, but I would still rather resolve this without flames and torture. But having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence why we have turned to you for assistance. You needn't agree to anything just yet, but why don't we all at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves?
I beg your pardon. Putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kugorne, would surely cause an uproar.
Calm yourself, Sorrow-ban. You forget we are the four lords. 'Tis a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous guise.
Let us reconvene in Kugone. Sorrow-ban is to go first, while we three shall make our own approach separately to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case.
Long has it been since I walked the streets of a city of this size. I did so once to visit a tea house with Tenzin. I accompanied him in disguise. How my heart raced at the thrill and joy of it, until a priest saw through my glamour. Oh, the commotion that followed.
Do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels in the West. I am rather fond of its soft and fluffy texture.
We met Hancock by pure chance. Recognizing us as the Auspices of legend, he said he wished to help us out of the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him.
It would seem we have managed to arrive with little fuss. But only the Kami know how long our presence will remain secret.
Again with the needless worrying. Our disguises are perfect.
None may suspect you are the Four Lords at first glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme.
We could have used our power to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight would still be able to discern our true nature. The costumes were an innocuous alternative.
There's nothing innocuous about them.
Senri said she found the swindler on Kaganadori, yes? Let us head there at once.
Gather round, friends, gather round.
As you have no doubt surmised from my crimson armor, I am the proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Eld who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. But do not take my word for it. Behold. In this hand I hold Tenzin's beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade.
I don't know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims.
It is. The true blade has remained in our care since Tenzin's passing.
Something seems off.
I see there are some who remain unconvinced. Very well, you leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce you to my sworn allies, the Four Lords.
Oh dear. I'm almost afraid to look.
That's your signal. I expect my money's worth. Introducing Genview, the turtle auspice and foreseer of calamity. Suzaku, the avian auspice and master of the flames of resurrection. Seiryu, the dragon auspice and devourer of young maidens. Last but not least adorable, we have Byakko, the small and fluffy feline auspice.
Why am I alone a cuddly creature? Surely he could have hired a Rothgar or Mikote to portray me.
At least he did not slander your character. Devourer of young maidens. Pa.
What is this ramble? All who have heard the tale of Tenzin know that the Four Lords are beasts, not three mummers and a cat.
These are the glamoured forms they assume so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensue if they went about undisguised.
Even so, there's no way they would wear such ridiculous outfits.
And yet here they are, dressed in far worse.
This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him making mock of the bonds we shared with Tenzin.
We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced.
Does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends about him fathering any children.
But there was mention of one who loved him more dearly than life itself. The woman to whom I owe my storied lineage is none other than the sublime, crimson beauty standing before you, Suzaku.
Let him speak. Perhaps he is not wholly deserving of immolation.
Bah, how easily your rage is quelled.
Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, my lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspicious wares to share with you today. Tenzin put countless oni to the sword long ago, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous good luck charms. Just one will confer unto you all manner of fortune. Good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success, romantic fulfillment, and much, much more. But that's not all. Purchase a charm now, and I'll even throw in a stylish strap featuring a 4 lords design of your choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last.
I'll take 2, no, 10.
My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this manner.
As does mine. We cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue.
I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of a proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Kaneko time?
Lest you worry, despite his preposterous depiction of me, I have no intention of harming the swindler.
That so many would fall for such an obvious deception. No matter the age, mortals see only that which they wish to.
He is a most persuasive and cunning adversary. I was very nearly convinced I had given birth to Tenzin's child.
He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed up his stall. Business was good, no doubt. How shall we proceed?
With care and preparation. We all saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have you any ideas, Kaneko time? Oh, indeed. Our very existence alone is enough to prove his claims false. Then it is settled. You shall play the role of Tenzin's true descendant, and we shall accompany you. With us at your side, the impostor will have no choice but to confess his crimes.
Still, we would be wise to prepare for contingencies. With me, Sorrow, we make for Risen Temple.
Then it is up to us to find and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with this city, I bid you lead the way. Speak with Suzaku when you are ready. We must track him down before he dishonors us further with his insipid trinkets.
His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin by questioning them.
I would also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzen's name? The answer may help us to stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack the stomach for it.
Suzaku and Sayu are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location.
Senri made mention of a wonderful tea house she frequents to feed her dango addiction. She is kind enough to bring back a portion to us at the temple after every visit. I know. Rice dumplings have naught to do with our purpose. But should we find a spare moment, know that I am particularly fond of Mitarashi dango.
This experience brings to mind the days when we traveled with Tenzen. Never one to sit still, he would pursue every opportunity for adventure, heedless of the trouble that would invariably follow for us all. I gather you are cut from the same cloth.
Kami be praised. To have met Tenzen's descendant, and get this good luck charm besides. What a fool I was to doubt him, he who commands the four lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall surely shine upon me. Oh, has my good luck charm caught your eye? If you wanted one for yourself, you are sadly out of luck. The merchant selling them said that was the last of his stock, and he did not think he would be able to acquire more. But if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Tazogare Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear, he was the spitting image of Tenzen from the storybooks.
She speaks of yonder bridge, does she not? Others may have taken note of our quarry as he passed.
Have I seen a man claiming to be Tenzen's descendant? The one who was selling good luck charms by the dozens, you mean? No, he didn't come this way. But Kami give me strength, I'll never understand how some can be so gullible.
Let us continue our search elsewhere.
Well, 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 look who it is. It has been quite some time. What brings you to Kugane this day? A hawker claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? Probably Issue. I saw him not long ago, yes, yes.
You know him.
My peculiar and suspicious friend, there is no merchant in Kugane who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He's made a fortune masquerading as Tenzin's heir. It's a brilliant scheme. Very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition.
Who is this Baron of whom you speak?
The soy sauce one, who else? Kageyama. A dangerous man, yes, yes, with fingers in every pie. I fear him almost as much as I envy him. He is a skilled seamster, dedicated to his craft. Honestly, I never understood why he partnered with Kageyama. Thought he had a conscience. Just goes to show you never know what anyone is capable of. Yes, yes.
There is more to this than meets the eye. We must investigate further. Have you any idea where Ishu may have gone?
You want information? Yes, yes. I want coin. Give me coin, and I'll give you information.
That can be arranged, if you are willing to journey to Risen Temple. Our friend Fury can escort you.
A temple? And one I've never heard of at that. Wait, is it the sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell?
Malevolent spirits. No, no. Just a somewhat ominous crystal.
I'll take your word for it. As for Issue, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Beko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused. Better to not involve myself in the Baron's affairs, you understand.
Kyoto, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain, you need not fear. There is no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct the Akko and Soroban to meet us at the Isle.
We are the first to arrive.
Ishu and Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes. Somewhere near these rocks, perhaps. Let us take cover and eavesdrop on their conversation when they join us.
Gahahaha. A fine day's work, Ishu. It pays to have fools for customers. Master Kijioner, please, this cannot continue. I shudder to think how the Four Lords would react if they learned of our crimes. Remind me. Who was it who delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a semester? Pray tell, who? You, Master Kijioner. And I am forever grateful for your help, without which my family would be without house and home. But even so, what we are doing, is wrong. Want to wash your hands of this dirty business and be a semester again? Is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see that it does, who would dare to trust you? No, Ishu, you're going to continue the act. Or you and your kin will starve in the streets.
So that's the way of it. Ishu was coerced by Kijiyama into this performance, and for his family's sake could not stop.
Indeed. In light of this, how shall we proceed?
Who are you? And why are you wearing such ridiculous outfits?
Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you to sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me, and you shall not like the consequences.
Sully Tenzin's name, you see. His flesh and blood are free to do with it as they please. Unless you can prove that Ishu is not in fact his descendant, I suggest you get out of my sight. Then prove it we shall.
Kaneko time, here.
It is time we revealed our true selves to these mortals.
Kami forfend. It cannot be. That flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand. Is that the Phoenix Blade?
For the crimes you have brought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed.
Beg not for mercy.
Take heart, my dears. I shall make your deaths painless. Hearken to my melody.
There is no turning back. Steel yourselves.
GOI. Somebody. Anybody. Help me. What was that? Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the Four Lords themselves stand at your side. Tell me, are you Tenzen's descendant? Please, have mercy, I beg of you. I vow to never again use the name of your ancestor. You have my word.
A mere illusion and the man loses his head. Some baron he is.
It is thanks to Fury that we made it here in time. And now we can rest easy in the knowledge that Kichiyama's scheme has been ended.
You looked every bit as dignified as Tenzen did in his day. The Phoenix Blade suits you.
I do not blame Master Kichiyama for fleeing in terror. Yet, as odd as it sounds, I did not feel as though you meant me harm.
At Tenzen's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a village, and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. He took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning at the Mujikosa Theatre?
Honored lords and lady, and descendant of Tenzen, I know not how to make amends for my sins. Though actions speak louder than words, I wish to say that I am truly sorry.
Man or beast, we all make mistakes.
I am told you are a master semester. I might not go so far as to say master, but with my skill I managed to put food on the table. Then perhaps I shall have a word with an old friend.
That can wait, Soroban. We must escort this young man to a safer location. This is far enough. It is past time we returned home.
We are once more in your debt.
It is because of you that this affair could be concluded before Tenzen's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Kaneko team.
Now that you are no longer bound to Kichiyama, what will you do?
Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess my crimes to the Sakizukumi. After I am released from my imprisonment, I shall take up an honest trade once more, and not rest until I have repaid each and every victim of my deception. Yes, I had been meaning to tell you. But I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Speak of the devil.
And the urchin girl came as well. It has been far too long.
You're looking green as ever, Soroban of the Blue. And once again, Genbu, that's Tataru. Are you? Though I'm sure I'll have to remind you next time, too.
You are Ishu, the semester Soroban spoke of, yes. If it is gainful employment you seek, The East Old Enid Trading Company would be thrilled to hire one of your expertise to work at our draper shop. The semester in our service fell ill, and we've been looking for a replacement.
I have no words. I am grateful, truly. But I cannot accept, for once I confess my crimes to the Sakizgumi, they will surely imprison me for a time.
Ah, yes, the Sakizgumi. I had a chat with them not long ago. They are aware that the scheme was contrived by Kijiyama, and that you two are one of his victims. You will be required to assist them in their investigation, of course, but you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. Hancock. You have our thanks for calling Kaneko Time to our aid. Oh no, not at all. I am pleased to have been of service. I have not forgotten our arrangement, Kaneko Time. Have you decided upon a reward? Oh, how that warms the heart. A material to help restore the keepsake of a dear friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise now, but do look forward to it.
I suppose we had better return to the city. But before that, you could have called upon me too, you know. It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from becoming consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything.
Oh ho ho ho, forgive us, Chingy, him. Tataru. We assumed you were busy. That, and you did struggle mightily to help Kaneko-tin restrain Soroban that one time, so there was some concern that you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart.
Perhaps we should assume our guises, and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace, on the whole.
I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion, but with a longer visit, we might better appreciate men's curious ways.
I have no doubt we shall meet again. I but pray that the time comes sooner than later. You and me both.
I will consider that a promise. Now then, I say we resume Soroban's training upon our return to the temple.
Must we so soon?
You did well to apprise Hancock of Auspicious' predicament. He may now make amends by putting his talents to good use, and continue to provide for his family.
Indeed. 'Twas behavior befitting one destined to become the next Genbu.
The road ahead is long, but we doubt not that you are worthy. And so we want only to encourage you to reach your full potential.
If that is how you all feel, then I have little choice but to do my best. I can still hardly believe the Sakizumi only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have a way with words. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mistress Tataru will be joining us shortly.
Ishu, you will be pleased to know that I've just finished making arrangements for your immediate employment. May our prophets soar that you may give your family the life they deserve.
Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I will do my best to earn my keep. I want you to know that I intend to work hard to make up for the many mistakes that I've made. It is not much, but I have prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude. A set of garments that I made before I was embroiled in Master Kichiyama's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kugorne once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well.
You will also find a little something from me included within. A well-deserved reward.
Wait, what exactly did you give Kaneko team?
Payment for introducing the East Oldenad Trading Company to prospective new clients. What else?
I can't say I'm surprised you would try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves, but still, have you no shame? Regardless, now's as good a time as any to inform Kaneko team of the result of our deliberations. Said result being, we have agreed to an official partnership with the East Oldenad Trading Company. One which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Tataru Taru's boutique a household name in Kugane.
Ahaha. For my part, I pray this is the start of a mutually beneficial partnership.
To business. I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately, if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short, Kaneko team, but time is money, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other unresolved matters you have here, I'd be grateful if you'd return to Old Charlie Ian and inform Merkshina of our new arrangement.
Welcome back. Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope. Well, I expected nothing less from you and Mistress Tataru. As for Mistress Tataru's necklace, you say Master Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Ishu, yes. May I have a look? My goodness, what a stunning set of garments. They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tataru's necklace, by the sisters, black pearls. Do you have any idea how rare these are? They can only be harvested from black lip oysters in the Ruby Sea. I cannot be certain until they have been incorporated into the necklace, but I believe the darker shade will serve as contrast to the brilliant sapphire centerpiece, and make it stand out even more. To part with such precious treasures, Master Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected. Or both. We would do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Aldenard Trading Company. But that is the boutique's concern. After all you have done for us, I am sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more.